Now, okay. We got Cuomo, and we have Cuomo. Now, see, people live and die by the words they do say, especially if you're under the Levitical or Mosaic law that in fact is strictly legalistic in nature. And in fact, I do believe that I should break free from my prison. And in fact, if I see a pretty bride of Christ, in fact, another pretty man, a pretty woman, and it don't necessarily have to have a physically pretty temple, but in fact, a beautiful heart, a beautiful temple, that in fact I could kiss them, or give them a holy kiss. I should make sure I have room for that doctrine to not ask, but to indeed give a holy kiss to somebody of the bride of Christ. And in fact, Cuomo is from the doctrine of the Me Too movement. He's from the Me Too movement. In fact, that kissing somebody without getting their permission is close to rape. Now, they talk about a two-tiered system that, in fact, the Democrats want to ever point the finger at their political enemies, but to, in fact, they get away with murder, like John Kerry, that he says, I am the greatest champion for, again, man-made climate change, but he gets in his private jets, not flying coach, his private jets, and flies all across the world and comes home to his giant CO2 emitters, his giant mansion compounds, and screams that I am in fact the champion to stop man-made climate change. I am getting tired now. It's not wrong for me to use this very iPhone to turn on my TV, to turn on my heat in my home, and not worry about CO2 emissions that, in fact, in the past, they've been trapped in ice. The CO2, the carbon levels were much higher in the past, but in fact, I know that man-made climate change as presented is pseudoscience, but the left, on what they proclaim and what they stand for, I must hold them accountable to the doctrines that they indeed preach. Now, Cuomo, again, is for the Me Too movement, and he has explaining to do. And I want to see a massive investigation on this.